Outdoors, and this is your fishing report for the week. We're going to start right off on Lake St. Clair. Weeds are getting high. The canals, all the weeds are pretty much up to the top, but there is a ton of panfish action going on. Get down there and catch some panfish. If you've got access to some of those private canals that go down through there, get there and fish. If you've got access to anywhere, get down there and fish. The boat launches, take the kids, have a good time, catch fish, even bullhead. There's been some bullhead catfish down by the spillway, some channel cats. There's a few walleyes being caught, small ones. There's a lot of bass all over Lake St. Clair. There's a lot of bass, largemouth and smallmouth. Obviously, you guys that do a lot of bass fishing know where to go get them great big giant bass and muskies and pike and you name it. Lake St. Clair is full of fish right now. Walleyes are still out there. Trolling walleyes is doing great. Over by the barracks, there's some perch going on. I know that. A lot of perch activity going on right now. We're not going to talk much about Lake St. Clair. We're going to head right from Algonac all the way to the Blue Water Bridge. So walleye fishing is phenomenal. A lot of you guys are telling me I'm wrong, but I'm not. We caught our fish whipping in 25 minutes the other night. 2-man limit. Went out 2 nights before that, had a 4-man limit and an hour and a half. It depends on where you are on the river. I've had buddies that were upriver just a little bit. I'm talking 300 yards from us, struggling. Only caught 5. I had a buddy that was down from us. We could see the back of his boat. Or the front of his boat, I should say. We could see his boat, period. And he wasn't catching anything. So I guess it depends on where you're at now. Let's talk a little bit about why we're maybe doing better than the next guy. We know where the structure is, and we're not fishing holes, we're fishing flats. Remember that, guys. You go through a spot and you're like, oh, look at this hole, okay? We usually anchor in holes, but we're fishing the flats for them fish coming off of those flats into those holes down to feed, okay? So if they've got something coming across that flat and they know that them bait fish are going to be in there, we're going to catch them on them flats all day long. The weeds, they're starting to get higher. Run that sinker drop a little bit higher, a lot higher. We were using 12 to 18 foot drops earlier in the year. Went up to a 20. Now we're up to a 25 to 28. My buddy was using a 36. So raise those drops up. Stay out of those weeds. Don't lose your lures. And don't be whipping through the weeds and having a bunch of cabbage on your hooks or you're not going to catch no fish. Takes the action away, plus they're just not going to hit it with weeds on there. I mean, they will, but if they're super hungry, keep your lines clear. A lot of cottonwood coming down the river system right now. Check your baits, check your line, get that cottonwood off before it turns rock hard on there. It turns to light clay, you guys know. So pulling crawler harnesses is doing great. And I'm telling you, the whole St. Clair River, American and Canadian side, harnesses are doing great. 26 foot of water has been the ticket. This whole last week it's been 26, 28 foot of water. Jigging's doing great. Nighttime jigging's doing good. There's a lot of small fish in the system. Yes, there's a lot of small fish in the system. You got to go through them to catch your limit. You got to throw them back. We don't keep anything 16 inches or under. It's got to be 16 or over in my boat or they go back. But you can get your 15-inch fish. You can get, if you got 2 people on a boat, you can get your 12 in no time. But, 15 and a half, give them a little bit of shrink for if you gill them or whatever you do, or if you put them on ice, or just let them expire the way they are. Typically they lose a little bit, not an inch or anything. So just 15 and a half. Make sure you guys are definitely catching legal fish, okay? Because DNR out there, DNR watching, and they're doing a good job of what they're doing. So get out there, get fishing, get the kids outdoors, and have a great time. Walleyes are everywhere. Shore fishing for the walleyes along the Port Huron boardwalk here, doing great. River rods, crawlers on the bottom, micro challengers on the top, F9 Lathams on the top, slide lining them. Still doing great on silverfish. A lot of Atlantic salmon in the system. We just caught 5 the other day. We caught 2 yesterday. Only fished for an hour or 2. But, we had a high wind. It was very cold, so we didn't stay down too long, but they were there. And that's all the way from Algonac to the Blue Water Bridge. There is a ton of Atlantics in the system. There's a ton of walleyes in the system. And you can catch them any way that you normally catch them. So casting from shore is doing great. You guys seen that little video where I post? I was down there and 6 or 7 casts I had my fish, and they were all good fish. So my son was with me. He did the same thing. We were done quick. Dan Garrick was with us from Thumping Plastics. My brother Brent. We all caught our limit, 4-man limit in no time. So casting from shore is doing good. Whipping from shore, if you know where to whip from shore, do it. It's a great way to catch fish. Very productive. Bouncing minnows off the bottom is doing great. Just bounce those minnows off the bottom. Use 2 number 4 split shot, size 6 hook. just use a small minnow or even a night crawler on just a gold hook and let it bounce along that bottom, and you'll feel them whoop whoop, and just set the hook. You'll get them. Find current breaks and stuff like that. I always talk about current breaks because that's where your bait fish at. That's where your walleyes like to come in and set and have a rest, and they like to feed right in those current breaks. So they're hanging around the structure. A lot of smallmouth bass going on. Tons of smallmouth bass in the system right now. Big ones too. Absolute giant smallmouth right here in St. Clair River. So crayfish, minnows, leeches, even artificial baits, Arctic spinners have been doing good. So Swift Cleos, anything. There's a ton of smallmouth bass. Silver bass are in the system. They're always fun to catch. It's a great time to get your kids out there and get fishing, okay? Up Mill Creek, pike, bass, the smallmouth in Mill Creek, Black River's full of bass and pike. Catfish action's picked up pretty good. A lot of fishing going on right here in Black River, so it's just a good time to get the kids out and get them fishing. Take them over to 40th Street Pond, catch some bluegills off the dock. Over at Allen Road Pond, catch some bluegills off the dock, whatever. Some big bass in the back corner. Also some pike in there. There's a ton of fishing going on. The weather's great. Get the kids outdoors, get the family outdoors. Just enjoy a weekend of doing some fishing. Let's head right up into Lake Huron now. I personally haven't been out myself, but I typically know where to go and what to do this time of year. My buddy Ken Canton Zero, he did excellent. He did excellent the other day. The best I've heard all year. And it was his first time ever on his own boat going out trolling for salmon. He asked me what to do. I told him where to go, what colors to run, what lead core to use, and where to target. He caught 25 silverfish. 25 silverfish, guys. He caught 25. They had 2 guys on the boat, so they can only keep 10. But they caught 25. They were catching and releasing, and they had an absolute blast. 50 foot to 140 foot. They're all through the area. Find the thermocline, find the scum line, or find the mud line and hit it. I had another buddy in 35 foot. That's why I always say never pass up 35. And that was out of Port Sanilac, by the way. This 35 foot come out of Lexington. He went 7 for 9 in just a couple hours. Great fish, too. He had some amazing fish. King salmon. He had steelhead, coho salmon. I forgot what else he caught. I think a brown. He did great, though. Great. The cohos were in shallow running that mud line. So never pass up that 35 foot of water. I always set up in 35. It don't take long to get to your fish. Once you start hitting fish, just hammer them in that area, Lake Huron's on fire right now for silverfish. There's some big walleyes being caught also. There's guys trolling right at daylight and right before dark, and they're getting walleyes just outside the breakwalls in Lexington, Port Sanilac, and Harbor Beach. And we're going to talk about all 3 of these harbors. Target that 50 to 120 foot of water. You're going to find fish. But don't pass up that 35. Set up in 35. Why not? It ain't going to take you long to get to 50 anyway. Set up in 30 and troll through that 35 foot of water and zigzag it a little bit. You're going to do well. It's a great time to get fishing in Lake Huron as well. So it's perfect weather. When you ain't got a high wind, get out there, get trolling, catch some fish, and follow. And when I'm talking structure, it don't have to be structure on the bottom. That mud line structure, that scum line, there's going to be steelhead under that scum line, right? The thermocline, that's all part of structure where them fish are going to set. It's a difference in the water that make them fish want to be there. So make sure you guys are targeting that, all right? And just get out there, get fishing. If you guys got fish hawks, you'll be able to find that thermocline very easily. But it's a great fishery right now. They're catching. There's perch in Lake Huron. I'm not going to give up the spots, but there's perch in Lake Huron, so get out after them. There's perch in St. Clair River. There's perch by the Zebra Bar in Black River. There's perch right down there by Atchison's there off the old ferry docks. They're getting perch. Also some big rock bass, silver bass as well on there, and walleyes in the broad daylight too. So a lot of good fishing going on right now, guys. It's a great time to get out there, get outdoors, and get the kids fishing. Absolutely. It's just a wonderful time to fish and enjoy this nice weather. Get out there and just enjoy some time with family, catching fish, having fun, hang out with some friends. And it's a great time to be out there. I'll see you guys all at the Sparbecue, hopefully. Hopefully you guys come to that Sparbecue the 22nd. It's at Pine Grove Park. It's going to be awesome. I got an event posted here on Facebook, so go to my Facebook page, click on events, whatever. Check out the Sparbecue. It's going to be awesome. It's catered by Goodfellas Catering and Barbecue. We're going to have pulled pork. We're going to have all kinds of stuff there. And great people, great times. We're going to talk fishing. We're going to talk hunting. It's going to be a blast. So bring your family and enjoy, and let's have a good time on that as well. So we got In the Kitchen with Holly tonight, and That's at 6 o'clock. So if I upload this after 6 o'clock, I'm sorry, but In the Kitchen with Holly is tonight. So, and then Thursdays are giveaways. Giveaway Thursday is this Thursday as always. Every Thursday is giveaways. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. You got to be subscribed to this channel to win my giveaways. And you got to be active on the live. So live is always at 6 o'clock this time of year. We change it as the year goes on through hunting season and different fishing seasons. That's just how it is. This is Spars Outdoors, so I'm out there doing something, you know. So be sure to subscribe to this channel. Be sure to hit the like on this video right here. Share it. Keep this channel growing, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And thanks again, everybody, for watching Spars Outdoors. We're out. There's our 12. Took us about 25 minutes. There's number 4. Nice fish. There we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Look at that pretty bugger.
They're jumping out there.
You got him? We got him.
Yeah.
Nice eater.
Oh, yeah. I got a bruise from it. From them two.
Slap, 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 slap. We swallowed her. Swallowed my hook, man. I need that back. I need my hook back, bud.
Here, I got pliers.
Alright, let's do it that way. Nice fish.
First.